All right, everybody. Hey, it's the 28th of September 2017. I had a little bit of a epiphany, I guess you could call it. Something that I suddenly realized, and something that I've heard debated, and a little bit of conjecture going on this subject matter. Different people trying to figure out the ability of this product to deliver the end result that it's intended to deliver, and that is involving cryptocurrencies. And the reason I want to talk about it is because I know that a lot of people out there think that these cryptocurrencies are going to undermine these central banking practices and these bailouts in this fiat currency system that we're living underneath, and that was the intention of it. And I think that it's interesting to have it, and I think that it's good in a way, as a way of getting people into the mindset of realizing that the Federal Reserve isn't God, and not everything they do is going to be good. Now, on the other hand, is there really anything that is being accomplished by these cryptocurrencies being in existence? That's the real question on everybody's mind. That's what I'm here to answer. That's the question I'm here to answer. And let me tell you something. First of all, I think we all kind of have the answer in our hearts anyway, which is that, well, if they were gonna stop that, or even if they were even gonna have any kind of effect on central banking practice, period, then they wouldn't even exist. And that's, that'll pretty much answer your question, as right there. But I'll go ahead and explain it to you exactly why this cannot resolve anything in terms of us having a fiat currency or undermining a fiat currency, or strengthening a fiat currency, or anything that has to do with that at all. Or it doesn't equate to a gold standard. It doesn't deliver in that capacity at all. Okay, and here's the reason why. And answer the reason why in one simple statement right here. Okay? Because businesses don't accept cryptocurrencies exclusively. That's why. It's almost like if you're on a sinking ship and you got a bucket and you're dumping water out, but as you're dumping water out, that much water plus 50% is going out anyways, or at least, enough to make the boat sink. It's not gonna have any effect because, God, I don't know what's going on with this fridge over here either, because that came with this fucking apartment and they think they're doing us a big fucking favor by leaving that piece of shit in here. Anyways, the point of the story is, because I had another fucking fridge and I could have but no, I gotta fucking pull that one out and fucking skid it down the fucking stairs. Here's the fucking story. Like I said, the businesses would have to accept it exclusively. There's really nothing else that needs to be said. It's simple math. I mean, come on. If I'm a business, okay, and I accept exclusively cryptocurrencies, okay, but the other businesses don't exclusively accept cryptocurrencies, then that's a problem, because that just nullifies whatever kind of effect I am trying to have by having that business. You know what I mean? Because if no businesses accepted dollars at all, okay, if we all just said no more dollars, we don't accept dollars anymore, then their dollars would not be redeemable for anything. You see what I mean? because they could print up as many dollars as they wanted, but they couldn't take them anywhere and get anything in return. Okay? But as long as they can go somewhere and get something in return, then, and you know what I think that businesses ought to do, especially businesses that deliver a really good product, is just say, I'm not gonna accept anything but cryptocurrencies. And here's the reason why. Because if you accept nothing but cryptocurrencies, then the money that they bail themselves out with, the dollars, they can't purchase nothing from you with it. You know what I mean? And if you're good at what you do, then it's going to affect them on some level. It's going to affect their businesses. It's going to affect their corporations. It's going to affect their lifestyle. You know? And so we out there who are aware of this solution that I've just outlined, because this will be in other people's mouths within 24 hours all over the country, is that we the ones who become aware of this solution and understand and can comprehend, excuse me, I think I've got some allergies going on here, and can comprehend the solution of it, then those are going to be the ones of us who are smart enough to deliver, to be responsible for delivering valuable goods and services in this country, that these devil bastards can just be excommunicated indefinitely from engaging in any kind of purchasing process with our asses. And that's the way it needs to be. We need to throw the gauntlet down with these fucking bastards and let them know, listen, you ain't gonna buy nothing from me, you fucking piece of shit. You know, I'm happy to have what I have in life, and for you to not have nothing that I have to offer. You know? And then just do your best in life to come up with inventions and ideas and patents and everything that you can come up with in your power to corner markets. Don't corner markets, but, you know, basically become the product that everybody wants. You see what I mean? Until these pieces of shit realize. But see, the problem is still, at the same time, they can always exchange their dollars for cryptocurrency. You see what I mean? So everything I just said is total bullshit. The whole point of the story is that you cannot, unless the cryptocurrency refuses to do business with certain individuals, then it's not going to have any real effect. And so that's what I was thinking. We need a cryptocurrency out there that refuses to do business with individuals who are reputed as bad. Okay? If you're a head of a bank, if you're an executive of a bank, if you're involved in, you know, not any bank, but if you can be associated with the Bank of America or Comerica Bank, okay, this is just outlines to a solution that would work, but it's really kind of complicated. But, you know, I mean, it might be a little less complicated than, you know, just seriously getting a senator to be honest. You know, I mean, to be honest with you, because these geriatric fools are up there. You know, they're messing with little kids, and you know they're all compromised because, you know, they're like 80 years old and they're corrupt at the same time. So you know they're messing with little kids. They're not going to be. We're going to have to find a way to get around the disgusting bastards. We're going to have to find a way to get away from them. Okay? To get away from their power or their authority. You know, we're going to have to find a way to get out from underneath these disgusting geriatric fools who probably half of them are wearing Depends diapers and have to have their fucking diaper changed. And they rule our fucking lives from the Senate. Okay? These old, dirty bastards. Now, here's what I want to say. God, there's a million things I could say right now, but I just want to tell you, if there was a central bank out there, I know this sounds crazy, but I'm coming up with this right now. that wouldn't do business with any of these people, then we could at least make it harder for them to thrive on their corruption. And that's just a long shot. You know, I mean, seriously, getting that understanding out to enough people of, hey, look, we're a fucking cryptocurrency that will do a thorough background check on anybody who wants to purchase cryptocurrencies from us. So then whenever that person shows up to purchase those cryptocurrencies from us, we know, okay, hey, wait a second. Is this guy into corrupt shit? Is this guy bailing out banks? And is he on the receiving end of bailouts and, you know, inept business practices? Is he on the receiving end of some political bribes and some corruption and some scandals like what the Federal Reserve is? Is he on the board of the Federal Reserve? Is he anything to do with any of this? Because we're going to take this fucking bastard and make his life to where he can't buy nothing. That's my idea of a paradise. You know what I mean? To just shut the whole damn thing down through just making people suffer and showing them who has real power. Now that's a way to get on the upper hand with the cryptocurrency. Okay, you want to know how to win through cryptocurrencies? Get somebody who's strong-minded enough, and you know what? I need to start my own cryptocurrency. That's what it is. And then this cryptocurrency, we will do a fucking background check, and we will find out. Do you have any kind of business ties to? Do you have any business ties to the central banks? Are you getting bailed out? Are you in a big pharma? Are you in big insurance? Are you in the military industrial complex? It's going to get to a point where that's all that's left of the fucking economy. But that won't really be an economy. That'll kind of be like Venezuela or some shit where everybody's just totally dirt poor and there is nothing. And you won't even be able to thrive on corruption because there won't be anything to usurp but a fucking dead space. You know what I mean? You try to fucking rationalize that to a person who's on the receiving end of corruption. You can't rationalize with these fucking people. They don't understand it. Their elevator doesn't go up that far. All they understand is me want. And like Hungry Hippos, the game, their fucking balls go out and they fucking shut their head down on it. They don't fucking get any other more than that. Hit, button, mouth shut. Food. Life. Period. It's like we're a holdover of a primitive species. You know what I mean? And you say, well, how can you say that unless you call relativity into consideration? Well, look, if there's people out there that have had encounters with aliens, then relativity is absolute at that point. Because really, in my opinion, relativity is all that really exists. There is no absolute, because like time exists on a different universe entirely. Whenever you live in a different altitude than another person, you're experiencing a different amount of gravity, and you take stopwatches or digital. You can take an atomic clock if you want. Whenever they get back to each other, their clocks are going to show different time. You see what I mean? Because time is going at a different pace for these people. You see? And so, I don't understand it all, but actually I shouldn't have even gotten into this shit, but the point of the story is this, okay? For some of you fucking ignorant motherfuckers, I know that you can't see yourself as an animal and you think that you got the fucking world by the tail and all this. You're a fucking idiot. All you people are idiots in my world. You might as well not even be a fucking microbe in my world. You know what I mean? You might not even be a fucking... Holy shit. It's just ridiculous, man. It's just ridiculous. And really it's just frustrating is all. Okay, I'm just getting frustrated. But the truth of the matter is that I'm just surrounded by motherfucking idiots that I get frustrated because I catch people living next door to me, you know, and put evidence on the internet and nobody goes and clicks the video. I have like 300 views on that video where I show you picture evidence of people leaving their house with cots, and there's me, you see me in the reflection of my truck with a bed, a mattress in the bed of the truck. and then they're just leaving because I'm leaving, you know. And they didn't even have furniture; they just had cots. And you see, it's an apartment complex. And I called the cops on these people. There's a fucking goddamn call to the police, a recording, a verified incident weeks before I moved out, where I called the police while they were still there and said, these people just admitted to me that they're with somebody else. Because I took a bunch of drugs one night for the first time ever, it was ecstasy, and had this realization that these people were with somebody else and intimidated them into admitting it. It was the weirdest fucking experience I've ever had in my life. But the point of the story is that for people like me to experience shit like this and know that I'm being surrounded, like, you couldn't have got nothing out of that. You know what I mean? I mean, having somebody come over my speakers in my house, you know, and having the evidence right there. I mean, just look, 5929 Andover, the Colony, Texas. That's exactly where it is. Just look at the fucking picture and tell me if it's not 5929 Andover, the Colony, Texas. And how do I know that? Because I fucking live there. Okay? And that was a long time ago. And all this time I would get on the fucking internet and tell people, you know, people are coming over my speakers and talking to me and telling me shit. You know? Because my speaker was hooked up to my fucking phone. And so they just came over the speakers and go, who are you in there talking to, Tanner? Because I was just fucking with the phone like, I know y'all are listening to me right now. It was the first time I'd ever done it, just an experimental thing, you know, that I never had planned to explain. And they said, who are you talking to? You see what I mean? It's just like, why? You know what I mean? I mean, what do you get out of that? You know what I mean? I mean, I've got guns all around me. You're not going to kill me. So what do you fictionalize in your brain? What do you tell yourself that you're getting out of something? That's what I want to know. I want to know I want to sit you down in a fucking room where you can't leave, and I'm the fucking investigator and you're the fucking criminal, and trust me, I won't even wait for that fucking moment. If I can find your fucking ass is going to sit the fuck down somewhere and explain some shit to my fucking ass at gunpoint. And I will fucking find you and we'll fucking take you off guard and make you fucking tell me some shit. And I will sit there and stalk you until I fucking find you. Okay? And when I do, I'm going to take you and I'm going to sit you down and I'm going to say, what did you want? What was that? Now, oh, Tanner, that was just our orders. Well, why? Take them. I don't know. That won't be a good enough answer. So you start thinking about what the fuck you're going to say right now. Because I don't know isn't going to be a fucking answer for me. I'm going to put the silencer in your fucking mouth. Or maybe you won't even bother. Just fucking do you right there and be done with it. Idiot. You cannot sneak up on me, trust me. You couldn't if you fucking dreamed about it every day of your life. There's been so many times people tried to kill me and it has never succeeded. They made music about it. Okay? Point of the story is this. And it went to the top of the Billboard charts for fucking rock and roll and all this bullshit. Just a bunch of antagonistic shit from a bunch of fucking wolves in sheep's clothing. That's what they call themselves. But, you know, the point of the story is that either way, the point of the story is you're never going to sneak up on me. It's just never going to happen. I want to make sure that's in your mind. So from now until the point where you get motherfucking snuck up on, you can have that in your head to know that you'll never ever stop me. There will never be a moment in time where you will stop me by force. Ever. So that fantasy's gone, right? Now let's get to the other fucking fantasy. What are you telling yourself that you're going to do anyways? Because I do have guns anyway, so it'd be pretty fucking stupid to even fucking barge in here. And every time I fucking had shit like that, I would just buy guns and dogs and just fucking... God damn, dude. I'm telling you, man. It's going to be fucking crazy. By the time I get done gearing up, you're not going to fucking believe that a person could ever have that much fucking defensive shit on their ass. Okay? So all you stupid fucking bastards that sit around stalking people all day long, you're fucking gonna die. Okay? Get that through your fucking stupid little fucking brain. There's not gonna be any, oh, I didn't understand, or why, or prison, or none of that, you fucking maggot. I am the epitome, I'm the alpha predator of this universe. I put my fucking nose in the wind and find you. You know, do you understand that? I'm not even hardly human. Do you understand that? I'm basically like one of the fucking X-Men's in this fucking world. If I walk outside and stick my nose to the fucking sky, I could find you. You understand? You need to start thinking about shit like that. I'm gonna start doing fucking meditation all day long until I take this shit to a whole new fucking level and fucking just think about blowing somebody's brains up, and their just brain will just blow up in their fucking head. You know, I mean, I don't know how I can take this shit any further, man. I mean, as far as I can see, I can't be killed, and I could probably fucking kill you or fucking find you if you got near me. No, you know what really bugs me? I just want to put that thought in somebody's head, but here's what really fucking bothers me. Why do people fucking follow me around, man? You know what I mean? I mean, seriously, why? What's the motivation in that? I mean, what is the fucking goddamn motivation, dude? What do you want from me? You know, what can I give you? Here, you want me to put all the fucking information I have on the internet? I basically do it anyways. So you know what I know. What the hell can else you fucking accomplish, you fucking moron? Because this is where tyranny goes. It goes to the fucking idiot motherfuckers that got beat up when they were kids. It goes to the stupid motherfuckers that got their heads beat in by their parents and shit. And it goes to the rotten bastards that have nothing to gain from what they do to other people. And they just do it. Arbitrarily almost. You can't find a fucking reason. You have to go in their history to fucking find it. You understand? These people are the kinds of people when you see them on the street, you won't even bother to spit on their fucking face because you can just tell there's something wrong with them. And that's what the fuck they deal with every day. They walk around to people that look at them like there's something wrong with them. They don't understand why. Maybe they're fucking ugly, or their face is all fucked up, or their noses are too big, or whatever. Their eyes are too close together, whatever the fuck it is that causes them to be scoffed at and treated like shit in life, or they're just insecure and they can't fucking relate. They can't reciprocate with another person. You know what I mean? And it's them, man. You're the people who I wouldn't bother to wipe my fucking ass on your fucking face. You stupid pieces of shit. When I think about you, I want to die. You know? It's like the filth of this fucking goddamn universe. It's like the people that work at the goddamn DMV. You know what I mean? What the fuck? You know, you go in there and they just have a chip on their shoulder and they just love treating you like shit. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck did I ever fucking do to you, you stupid fucking cunt? I never fucking met you before in my life. I didn't fucking say one goddamn off thing to you while I'm sitting in here. You're fucking lucky I didn't grab you by the fucking ponytail and just smash your fucking nose into the fucking counter from having bad enough fucking day, you dumbass bitch. Because I'm almost at that fucking point with these stupid bastards. You know? I mean, Jesus Christ. You know, I mean, my elbows are starting to fucking get old and shit, but I'm still like lifting weights twice a week, and I'm getting pretty strong. I'm getting dangerous, man. I know one of these days I'm just going to reach across and just fucking choke some fucking body just for almost nothing. You know what I mean? But being a goddamn bureaucrat or something stupid, you know, and which really pisses me off, because why do I even go to the fucking DMV anyways? What? You know, there's so many things in this world that are regulated by government, but businesses operate within that fucking domain. Why the fuck is getting a license any fucking different? You know, if you own a dairy farm, regulators come in, make sure you're doing it right. Why can't businesses operate like that? Why can't businesses take over the fucking driving license problem? You know, I wouldn't mind going in somewhere and paying somebody $50 or whatever it is. Take my picture, make sure I can do this stupid fucking test, and get me in a fucking car, make sure I don't fucking breeze the stop signs and all this kind of shit. You could even have it recorded. God damn, I'm getting too upset. I haven't drank in a couple of days. I'm gonna have to go get something to drink. But, you know, I hesitate to even put these fucking videos online because I get so upset, and I'm like, you know what, those are probably the best fucking ones, because at least I can get upset about this shit. You know what I mean? Some of you fucking people, I just don't even know, but, you know, the point of the story is, that these, you know, going to the DMV, biggest fucking nightmare I've ever had in my fucking life. And to be honest with you, I haven't even had a license in 8 years. Several years have gone by where I fucking have gone to get my license at the very end. You know what I mean? And I had to go back so many fucking times that I could never get the fucking license. And when you don't have a license, when your license is officially suspended, you can get a fucking occupational license. Boom. That day. And I've had one every fucking year. But no, I got to go back like I've never had a license before, ever, in my fucking life. Or actually, the way they do it is if you haven't had a license in 2 years, it doesn't matter if you've had an occupational license or not. You still got to go back like you didn't have an occupational license, like you haven't seen a car in 2 years, like you haven't been in a car every fucking day for 2 years, as licensed by the government. And go back and answer stupid goddamn multiple choice questions about, do you qualify for a license, and get somebody dumbass motherfucker in a car and drive them around like you ain't never fucking drove before. And guess what? Before I can even get a driving test scheduled, it's going to be months. And I'm driving around with a driving permit because I did something right, because I ain't had a fucking ticket in a while. Long enough for these fucking bastards to fucking lapse my fucking, driver's license suspension for another fucking year. You understand? And drive around in the interim, waiting, hopefully I don't get pulled over in these 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 months that pass, while I go back over and over and over again for one little stupid thing after another. And the stupid bitch behind the desk couldn't even tell if I had the paperwork or not, and was throwing shit in my face and screaming at me like I had come in there and slapped her across the fucking face. She's lucky she didn't get slapped. She don't know what I've been to jail for at all. And I'm a lot bigger than her. So, and she's like 50 years old and looks like she's been on meth for about 5 years, and her shit's all sunk in. She probably ain't been on meth, but looks like a cigarette head or something, Like she smokes 20 or 30 cigarettes a day, and she's all fucking... It's either cigarettes or meth, and it's probably cigarettes because she's a little bit lucid. I mean, lucid enough to treat somebody like shit and blow up on some random person that she ain't never met before. I mean, seriously, man. Oh, God. And that ain't nothing to be proud of, because, see, I live in a country where I know you fucking bastards are proud to fucking go to jail. And trust me, I know a lot of you stupid bastards have probably been in jail for stupider shit, or just as stupid as me, or the stupid-ass drug war, because we got more people locked up than any country in the world. That's probably the only badge of honor you stupid bastards have in your fucking life. No, I just like to wave it around every once in a while, let these stupid-ass motherfuckers know that I ain't necessarily going to put up with it. Not because I'm proud, so proud to hurt some random person. Maybe I pulled them off Craigslist or something and blew their brains out or something. That's like something you stupid-ass motherfuckers will fucking hold it up in the air like a goddamn, hoist it up, man. We kill people off Craigslist. Yeah, it's that bad. It's that rotten. The whole culture is sunk to the bottom of the fucking ocean, and I haven't enjoyed it. The only reason I like to look dangerous is because, for one, I have a lot of people around me that like to come across like they're fucking dangerous, and they don't know what dangerous is, towards me and my fucking family, and making music about me and my family, that people that I ain't never met before, coming up with all these fucking details about my life, now my family looks legit. They probably just went on fucking Facebook and found me. It's not really nothing to it, but the point of the story is that It's just an antagonizing, agonizing game of bullshit. Okay? And there's all these fucking people lined up that just want to get fucked, And it's like, if I got in the way, I swear to fucking God, they're gonna fucking stampede me like a bunch of goddamn angry bulls, And it probably won't even matter if I've got automatic machine guns. They're just gonna come in here with a fucking 100 of them. Like, I could kill 20 of them, but it was worth it, Because we got the guy who has told us that it wasn't fun to not have fun, And that's because you're fucking stupid as fuck. When it all goes down and the curtains drop and I'm dead or whatever the fucked up thing is that happened, just know that I'm happy to be gone, and that just know that, goddamn, you're pathetic. You know what I mean? Just know, Jesus Christ. Just really know it. Know it in your heart. Hold it in your heart and know that I'm just so fucking happy to be dead. you know, because seriously, I didn't have the balls to fucking blow my brains out yet. And I'm just literally every day I sit down and I look at the fucking wall and I go, Jesus, I wish I was just dead. You know, I mean, can you hurry this shit up? You know, and as sick as that is, it's just like I've lived through so much shit, man. I've got post-traumatic stress. I went to a goddamn facility in East Texas called Substance Abuse Felony Punishment Facility and found out reading a book called $1 Trillion Conspiracy that the whole fucking thing, okay, was modeled after a Soviet brainwashing facility that causes people to commit suicide. And then the state had the audacity, because I stuck a gun in my mouth on YouTube, take me and stick me in a fucking psych ward over it. And let me just be so fucking clear with you, it doesn't surprise me, you know? None of this shit surprises me, you know? I mean, geez, I mean, it's a violation of my First Amendment right, you know? I mean, but what else have you not done? I mean, you know, 70% of the people that are on psychiatric medication in this country, and there really isn't a scientific way to definitely diagnose somebody as bipolar. This is a really loosely termed of people having a wide array of emotions, which, you know, they want us kind of all just comatose and catatonic. 70% of the motherfuckers on psychiatric medication in this country, 70% is paid for by taxpayers, paid for through Medicaid. Did you know that? It doesn't surprise me that you're a fucking bunch of morons. You know what I mean? It doesn't surprise me that you're a fucking idiot. You sit there and fill your brain full of poison all day long. You think I'm going to be upset because you motherfuckers come in here and kill my ass for knowing something? You're a fucking idiot. Oh, you're a fucking idiot. You know, you're just an ugly moronic creep. And the fact that I even have to live in a life that entails sharing it with you, I might as well be gone. You know what I mean? Just know that. That's really kind of what I was trying to put words to right there. But, you know, as far as the statistics and everything like that is concerned, you motherfuckers being on drugs and shit, I mean, I think it was 100 million people that are on psychiatric medication in this fucking country. 100 fucking million of you fucking idiots. And they're even putting toddlers on medication under the age of 3 or under the age of 4, I believe. Because they have all these standards, but they don't Jesus, it's just fucked up. I don't even remember the whole story. It's just their standards don't entail putting kids under the age of 4 on drugs, but they were open. But if you want to do it, that's okay, you know? You know, they don't tell you how to do it, or, you know, they basically just imply that it's not a good idea. But since they didn't say don't do it, just fucking do it. Just put the little babies on crack, you know? I mean, seriously, what else? But, you know, what's really fucked up, speaking of how you all became like this, also is these goddamn vaccines, man. And that's getting real bad. You know, I can remember around 2009 or 8 that I really started to notice that there was a lot of information being tossed around about kids being autistic. And there was a lot of stuff in the news around, you know, the increasing number of people who are turning out to be autistic, and there was a lot of debate as to whether or not the spectrum of autism had been broadened over the years. And I came to the conclusion that a lot of these kids were ending up autistic because the spectrum had been broadened to include so many things that kids probably just do. You know what I mean? Like, you know, acting crazy or saying stupid things, you know? And I even went as far as to tell somebody, you know, I don't think that their kid was autistic, you know? Because he was telling me that his daughter's autistic, and I said, you know, that spectrum has been broadened so much, and I hear so much about these kids being autistic. I said, I just don't think your kid's autistic. And he said, no, she is. You know, it was kind of offensive to him, I think, and he was like, you know, sometimes you sit there, you know, you can say something to her, and she'll just be like, Dad, 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 and she'll just start repeating herself and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. And what I found out is that, you know, the number of vaccines that have been administered over the years just keeps going up. and the number of vaccines administered since the 1970s, it's gone up just incredibly. And since the 1970s, anyways, whenever they started, I believe it was 1970s, whenever they started to, since they have started to increase, because they didn't just take it from like 0 to 100, between 1970 and 1971. It was, incrementally, it went from 12 to 24 to 48, and then 60, I believe, immunization shots that these kids were getting. And anyways, I'm about to be done with this video, but the point of the story is that since that increase has initialized, the rate of autism has increased by, it has increased over 60 times. So let me just tell you something. Kids, there's a certain drug in there called thimerosal. That's a derivative of mercury. And yeah, let's just say this. Anytime you put anything in a petri dish with thimerosal, it dies. So that's a problem. And even if it wasn't, there isn't the mechanisms in place to keep these types of things from happening. There isn't thorough scientific work being done today, because it takes competing forces to create that. Science is not a fucking direct end result of people being curious. I know everybody likes to think that, but really it's a direct end result of the forces of competition, and that's lacking. You're talking about pharmaceutical companies that pay the fucking government to hand out medication like candy to people for free, to the tune of tens of billions of dollars, and then we sit there and wonder, why aren't we getting quality medication today? And let me tell you something, it's just not going to happen like that. And the more people that come in here, like from these especially third world countries, and they just live on a doctrine of socialism, they are so bullheaded in their belief for socialism. And Venezuela, man, they don't even have internet. They just pass around these fucking what do they call those, USB data storage things. That's how they get their information. They have the intelligence to create a Wi-Fi internet of sorts that allows them to play video games, but they don't use it for information. They use it for video games, and then as far as the information is concerned, they pass around data chips or whatever, USB chips. And the fucking situation, I bet you anything, I would love to find out what's on those fucking data chips, because I bet you anything they're passing around shit that says socialism is good. While the government sits there and cracks down on them, the socialist government cracks down on them and says, no, we're not going to allow you to say socialism is good. That's the kind of shit that bugs me about these third world countries and these people, man. And I don't necessarily think it's them. I don't think there's any real solution to it. I think the average person is an idiot. Seriously, it's just more prevalent in their society. And I'm still trying to research and find out why that is. But I think that eventually I'm gonna find out that it's probably because we told them that, or instigated the propaganda or something. So, anyways, I don't know, but it's a nightmare, man. When people think they're entitled to that degree, the gears are grinding to a halt. I just got to tell y'all, man, this is scary. And it's interesting too. But when you start thinking about how many people are being affected by these drugs that they're putting into their fucking bodies, man. This shit has to stop. You know what I mean? We have to stop. My problem is I gotta live in this fucking place. You know what I mean? Part of me thinks that all you people, a lot of you really deserve it. But at the same time, I have to live here, and why that may or may not be true, or it may be jaded, or maybe because I've been kicked too many times that I just turned out to be just screwed up in the head and to think stuff like that. But seriously, I think about myself, a lot of the time, and the fact that I have to live in this country, and the fact that even if I wanted to toss you people into a wood chipper and just let you burn, because I know so much more than you do, and really it would kind of be bad for me to just turn my back on everything. Even if I did, it just wouldn't work for me, because then I have to go down with the ship too, and anyways, it's just discouraging to find out the degree of what's going on. And then all these people that are being put in jail for drugs, and, all these kids that are being snatched up by CPS. I mean, think about it. Think about how many kids don't have parents now because, they got caught with drugs, or, who even knows if they even had the drugs on them or not. The cops might have just tossed it on them, but I mean, seriously, you're talking about something as common as something that alleviates stress or makes a person feel good, to do it every once in a while, and doesn't come with any further consequences other than, a hangover the next day if you don't overindulge and become addicted, of course, which, people are always going to take that chance, man. And as long as they're willing to do that, then it's just going to be something where you have obfuscated from reality to think that you're even in a fucking position to stop them. And the fucking fact of the matter of the fact that it's probably not even necessarily an indication that they're even a bad person, It's just we're really creating a society of animals and animalistic people who are just going to thrive on intuition here and there, because we're just evolving ourselves backwards into more of like an instinct-based, intuition-based animal. Soon enough, people are going to be like having camouflage skin and shit. It's going to be a reversal of the whole goddamn evolutionary process, where, because it's nothing but a goddamn cat and mouse game just to be alive,